In the previous video, we talked about using the insert command to load data into our MySQL table. In this video, we'll be talking about another method that we can load data into our MySQL tables, and that's using a TXT file that has some data in it, and we want to load the data inside that TXT file in our table in order to create records in our MySQL table. First, let's log into the server using the DB user and then use the MySQL_tutorials database, and then let's list the tables by show tables, and here we still have the lessons table, and describe lessons will return the structure of this table. And if I do a select all from lessons, we see that we only have one record in it. The table has two columns, ID and title, and we want to create a text file with these two columns that have new records in it, and we want to load all those data into this table as new records. So I open another terminal window, and I want to create a file called data.txt inside the directory of this database. So I use the Vim text editor to create this data.txt file and navigate to the related directory that in Linux systems is inside var lib mysql, and then the name of the database, MySQL_tutorials, and here is where I want to create the data.txt file. Now inside this file I can create records. First I need to put IDs. The second ID will be 2 after this 1, and then I press tab and I can now write some titles for the second row. I type install and uninstall, and then press enter to go to the next line. Then the next ID, again press tab, and the next title will be, for example, create databases, and then 4 for the next ID, and the title will be create tables. And that's enough for this. I save the file and go to my SQL command. To load data into my table, I can type load data in file, and then the name of the file, that is data.txt. We don't need any extra path because the file is already located inside the database directory. And after that, into table lessons, that is the name of the table, and we have some options to introduce, that is, for example, fields terminated by \t standing for tabs, and then lines terminated by \n, that is for new line. And then inside parentheses we can introduce the column names that we want to insert into. And this is the whole command for loading data from a TXT file. I press enter and then go to select all from lessons, and we will see that all of those 3 new columns are inserted into our table. This is how we can load new data from our TXT file. It doesn't matter how many records are inserted in that TXT file. This is a very simple way to load data into our MySQL table using a simple TXT file.